Now today we are going to study the epithelial tissue. To normal development or new life begins from a single cell that will be called as a zygote. Zygote is formed by fusion of male gamete sperm and female gamete ova. Then this zygote which undergoes division and to formation of multicellular mass. Now this multicellular mass get converted into blastula, blastula converted into gastrula, and after gastrulation three germ layers are formed. These three germ layers are outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm and inner endoderm. Now these three germ layers they develop a special type of these tissues, and tissues which develop a special type of organ, and then organ which develop some of the organs which combine into formation of the system, and this like. Then these undifferentiated cells of germ layers they develop into specialized cells of tissues. This process is called as a histogenesis. Initially, cells of different layers somewhat similar, but gradually change that will be occurs and groups of cells they are formed, which are different in structure as well as in function. However, in one group of cells they are similar. This group of cells they have common origin and similar structure, and they perform a particular function, and that is called as a tissues. There are four types of tissues are present. These tissues are first epithelial, second connective tissue, third muscular tissue, and number 4 nervous tissue. These are these four types of tissues. Now these tissues are developed from three germ layers. Example, epithelial tissue which is developed from outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm and inner endoderm. Then connective tissues they are developed from mesoderm. Then muscular tissues they are developed from also mesoderm. And last one is nervous tissue, they are developed from ectoderm. Now all these tissues they are combined and to formation of this organ. Now first we will see in detail what about this epithelial tissue. Epithelium means what? Epithelium means covering. It covers the surface of the body as epidermis, and which lines all the passages which leads to exterior, like as lining of digestive system, respiratory system as well as urogenital system. It also lines number of closed cavities of these bodies. Now epithelium also involve the formation of exocrine and endocrine glands. It lines pleural cavity, pericardial cavity and peritoneal cavities. Now this type of this tissue that will be called, this type of this part called as a mesothelium, while it lines blood as well as lymph vessels called as endothelium. In epithelial tissue, cells are arranged in a single or multi-layered sheet which have very little intracellular substance that will be called as a matrix, and that will be secreted from epithelial cells. Now this matrix which contain mucopolysaccharides and calcium. The epithelial tissues they are joined or attached by a special type of this mechanism. They are called as a desmosomes or intercellular bridges. Now the cells are also provided with internal structure support bifilament in their cytoplasm. This type of the cytoplasmic network called as a cytoskeleton or also called as a cell web. These cytoplasmic filaments also called as a tonofilaments or tonofibrils. Now these epithelial cells in a certain parts modification like formation of very small micro structures that are called as a cilia or villi. Now below the epidermal cells a thin supporting layer is present called as a basement membrane. It shows structural variation because according to their functional activity. It also serves to holding the basal cells of epithelium. They are firmly attached to the connective tissues and exchange that will take place between epithelium and blood vessels. Now epithelial tissue they shows tear and wear activities. However, the cells are replaced by active cells and they will be occur in epithelial cells. Now, then classification of this epithelial tissue. Classification of epithelial tissues. Now epithelium is classified in different types of layers on the basis of cell layers or shape of the cells. They are found in a surface layer. There are two types of tissues are found. One is simple and second one is a compound. Simple and compound. Simple means the cells are present only one layer, and compound it means the cells are present in a two or more layers. Now first, what is about the simple layers? Simple epithelium. It is also classified into four types. Now these four types are, first one is a squamous, simple squamous, B simple cuboidal, then simple columnar, and number 4 pseudo stratified. Pseudo stratified. These are these four types of simple epithelium. Then compound epithelium is also made up of these four types. Now they are also called as one stratified squamous, then stratified cuboidal, third one is a stratified columnar, and number fourth one is a transitional. These are also four types of compound epithelial tissues. Now here, these are these simple epithelial tissues: squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, or ciliated epithelium, and pseudo stratified. So ciliated epithelium, which is a modification of that columnar cells. Now first one is a squamous epithelium. Here the nucleus is large and that will be present in the center of the cells. This is a polyhedral nature and the cells are raised on one basement membrane. These are occurring in a coelomic epithelium, endothelium of blood vessels, lungs, and Bowman's capsule. Then cuboidal epithelium, they are present or basement membrane, they will present in a low region, but the cells are also polyhedral type. But here, what is about this difference between those two here? These cells are many cells of polyhedral structure, but these cells isodiametric cells. Isodiametric. Height and width they are similar. They will be occur in a thyroid gland, proximal carotid tubule. This is a part of the nephron or uriniferous tubules of kidney. Then third, columnar type. Columnar type means the height of the cell is more and width of cell is less. Now these there are actually two when functional, the nucleus that will present in the basal region. Nucleus is present in the basal region, but at the time of this non-functional, nucleus is present in the center of the cells. This is about the columnar epithelium. And this columnar epithelium, one side here, number of these ciliary structure are there. They will be occur in a fallopian tube. It is a female reproductive structure. Oviduct, also female reproductive structure. Then ventricles of brain. And then pseudo-stratified. This is the number 4th. Pseudo-stratified cells. They are mixing of the cells. Actually, they are like as a many layers. But not many layers. They are single layer because some cells are large in size, some cells are small in size, and smaller size of the cells they are found in a one edge. These are smaller cells, but like as a many layers. Therefore, it is called as a pseudo-stratified epithelium. Then compound epithelium. Now there are also 4 types of compound epithelium. One is a stratified compound epithelium. Means many layers they are found. Actually, compound epithelium means out surface layer of the cells, which cells are found. Hence, they are called as a particular name. Example: this is the first squamous epithelium. Stratified squamous epithelium means the squamous epithelial cells they are found in the surface of the cells. Then here transitional epithelium. Transition is actually 4 parts, but they will be present in a actually body surface. Then number 2, here that is not seen here, but the stratified cuboidal epithelial cells. Stratified cuboidal epithelial cells, outer layer of the cells are cuboidal type. Then columnar outer epithelial cells are the columnar type. And transitional, this is about this many layer of the cells. Now, basal layer of the cells, that is the stratum germinativum. Stratum germinativum. Now, this layer which undergoes the mitosis means new active cells are formed. Example, in our skin, body is covered with the skin. It is made up of number of these layers. Basal layer is called as stratum germinativum. Outer layer is called as stratum corneum. Means these cells are living cells. They will be found in the inner layer, and outer dead cells are there. But in between these two, some living cells, some dead cells. This continuously outer cells they are removed. Therefore, they are what is a transitional type. This is about these 4 types of cells. Now then, glandular epithelium. It is also one of these parts. This is a modification of epithelium. Now these epithelial cells not only the protective in function, but also some epithelial cells are modified to secreting cells. Now such cells are called as a glandular cells. There are 2 types of glandular cells. One is a unicellular as well as second one is a multicellular. Unicellular means only one type of cells. Multicellular, more than 2 types of these cells. Now classification of these glands by their structure, by their secretion and by their secretion are released. Now first, on the basis of their structure, first one is a unicellular and second one is a multicellular. On the basis of structure, unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular, when gland is formed single cell, that is unicellular. Example, mucous glands. Then second, multicellular. Means more than one type of cells. more cells are present. Example, gastric gland. Now this gastric gland found in a stomach. There are three types of cells are found in a gastric gland. One is a chip cell, then second one is a parietal cell or oxyntic cell, and third one is a mucous cells. And that gastric gland which secrete the juice, that will be called as a gastric juice. Now these chip cells which secrete the pepsinogen, parietal cells or oxyntic cells secrete the HCl, and mucous cells secrete this mucus. Combination of this, all these three means pepsinogen, HCl and mucus, that is called as a gastric juice. Then what is about this actually on the basis of there will be some glands which having the ducts and some glands not having this duct. On the basis of that, there are two types. One is exocrine and second one is endocrine. The glands which having the ducts, that glands are called as exocrine glands. Example, salivary gland, and their secretion is passes through this duct. This is exocrine gland, and the duct, this duct, second type, that is a ductless glands, means their secretion is passes through the blood. Now secretion of this gland, that is called as a hormone. Now these endocrine glands, example, thyroid gland, pituitary gland, adrenal gland, is like their secretion is called as a hormone. Then by their secretion means what type of their secretion is there. On the basis of their secretion, there are different types. First one is a mucus. Now these glands which secrete a mucus slimy substance, that is a mucus cells. Second, serous. The glands which secrete a serous substance. Serous substance is a watery fluid substance. Third, that is a mixed, means the gland which secrete mucus substance as well as serous substance, that is called as a mixed glands. Then miscellaneous, number 4, miscellaneous means when the secretion of this gland neither slimy nor watery but something different type, that is called as a miscellaneous. This is the one. And last one classification of this glandular epithelium is by their manner of secretion released. That is the one is a merocrine, second one is a apocrine, and number third one is a holocrine. Merocrine, apocrine and holocrine. Now this merocrine means the gland cells, they remain intact even after the giving their secretion. That is called as a merocrine. Their secretion is passed like as a with the help of this diffusion process. Then second, apocrine means when some part of gland is removed, means upper part of this gland is removed. Like that here, this is merocrine. Is their secretion that will pour into this outer side. But here apocrine, now this part get lost or disintegrate and secretion is released to outer side. That is the apocrine. Upper part, apical part is disintegrate and substance is removed. Then holocrine. You see this holocrine whole cell get disintegrate. Whole cell get disintegrate. That is a holocrine type. And then these glands, they are also classified on the different types, like as exocrine glands, that is a simple glands, compound glands. This is also one of this type. Then endocrine glands, the glands which lack of ducts, their secretion is passes through the blood. Some of the glands are this mixed type of these glands. Example, pancreas. Pancreas is a dual gland, exocrine as well as endocrine gland. Exocrine structure of pancreas is called as acinar, and acinar secrete pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice passes through this duct, that is there will be opens into the small intestine. And then endocrine part of pancreas is called as isolates of Langerhans. Isolates of Langerhans is made up of alpha cells, beta cells. Alpha cells secrete glucagon hormone and beta cells secrete insulin hormone. Glucagon hormone is a hyperglycemic factor. Insulin is a hypoglycemic factor. Hyperglycemic means which increase the blood sugar level, and insulin hypoglycemic means which decrease the blood sugar level. Therefore, in our body, secretion of this glucagon as well as the insulin, blood glucose is maintained. But deficiency of this insulin, which causes the diabetes insipidus, diabetes mellitus. Now this is about this dual gland. Then functions of this epithelium. Now first important function is the protection. It is very important part of this topic. There is a functions of epithelium. First major function is a protection. Now the epithelium of the skin cover entire surface of this body. Therefore that part is called as epidermis, and the epidermis is a keratinized or non-keratinized. It gives protection to the underlying the soft tissues. Then second, secretion. Now glandular epithelium, which are modified for secretory function. In secretion, that is an example, digestive secretion, means salivary glands secrete the saliva, gastric glands secrete gastric juice. This is about the digestive. Then nutritive, mammary glands that will secrete milk. Then lubricative, sebaceous gland as well as mucous gland which secrete lubricative fluid. Then cleansing means lacrimal glands of eyes which secrete the tear, and thermoregulating secretion means sweat glands which secrete sweat. And some of this metabolism is like that thyroid gland regulate this process, and some integrative secretion is there. Means integrative secretion, pituitary gland which secrete a substance which are act on target gland, and then they give functional. This is about the secretion. Then third, excretion. Excretion means what? To remove the nitrogenous containing waste product from the body is called as excretion. Epithelial cells also form the external glands like kidney tubules. Here sweat glands are there. Their secretion is not essential to this body, and they are excreted from the body. Then absorption. Now epithelial cells such as columnar epithelial cells are useful for the absorption of nutrients in a small intestine. In small intestine, internal lining, presence of villi, and these villi are useful for the absorption in function. So here epithelial tissues are there. Then number 5, sensation. Some epithelial cells, they are modified to neuroepithelial part, and neuroepithelial means to receive the sensation, and they transfer to this nervous system. Example here, gustation process is there, gustation and olfaction. These are actually chemoreceptors or chemoreceptions. Gustation means what? In our tongue, taste buds are there, which receive the stimuli, taste, and transfer to the nervous system. Similar to that type, olfactory receptors, they are found in a nasal chamber. They are also transferred to receive the smell and transfer to nervous system. Means this gustation is concerned with sense of taste, and olfaction they concern with sense of smell. Now this is about this epithelial tissue. Thank you.